the first half.
Well, a check of the CMU Bookstore scoreboard. Western Michigan starting to make a run now. They were down by 15 at halftime. They're only down by 6. It's Ball State 55, Western Michigan 49, with 11:45 remaining in that game down in Muncie, Indiana. And again, all sorts of combinations for the Chippewas to determine their first round MAC opponent. They know it's a road game, but it could be one of 7 different venues. We'll know more after this game. We won't know exactly who until later tonight when the final games are all said and done. Josh Almanson looking for his first points at the free throw line. Connects on the front end of the 1-and-1. Almanson averages almost 18 a game, and the Chips have held him scoreless until the 7-11 mark here in the first half. We're tied at 16. Second free throw is on the way. It's good. So the senior out of Bowling Green, Ohio, picks up his first 2, and it's 17-16 Falcons. Chips with the ball. Sefton Barrett's back in. Gives it left side to Eddie Spencer. Spencer looking in where Pantlin's posting. They don't get him the ball. Instead, back up top to Watson. Just under 7 minutes to play in the half. Watson guarded by Wright. Gets it off in the right corner to Barrett. Barrett with a left-handed dribble. Swing it across the top of the key to Spencer. Back to Watson. Holds it high with 2 hands. Up top to Pantlin. Pantlin facing in. 6 on the shot clock. Ball slapped out to Spencer in the corner. 3 on the clock. Better launch it, Eddie. He does. It's on the way. And it's good at the shot clock buzzer. Thank you very much. Eddie Spencer drains it as the clock is going off. 19-17. Stephen Wright goes underneath. Kicks it all the way back. Top of the key to Ike for a 3. In and out. Rebounds Central Michigan. Spencer's got it and heads down court. Eddie gives it to the trailer that's bound. Chips lead at 19-17. Interior pass to Pantlin. He turns. Nobody's there, and he scores. Tom Pantlin with the first 2. Nice interior bounce pass from Eddie Spencer.
It's a nice little 5-point run for the Chips. Good execution both on the offense. Unfortunately, Eddie's was a prayer, but we got it answered. And a really nice execution down there with Eddie and Tom Pantlin.
No doubt about it. And on the defensive end, though, a whistle away from the ball, and it's Eddie Spencer being caught with a hold. So the Falcons will go to the line. You really don't want Bowling Green at the free throw line very often. They hit it too well from the charity stripe. And Almanson will line up. It'll be 1-and-1 again. That's the 8th team foul, so this will be the front end. Almanson bent at the knees, feet spread apart, shoots it and hits it.
When you look at what the Bowling Green media guide says about Almanson in terms of just his development over the 5 years, we're talking about the 5 years. I mean, when you looked at him coming in, he was kind of signed as a national letter of intent as a newborn because his mother worked in the athletic department, but now he's developed into a great player. He's an 80% free throw shooter.
Yeah, he's really been a solid player. You know, we've talked about who is the top player in the league this year? Who gets the vote as the player of the year? And Almanson's got to be thrown into the mix. Reimold's got to be thrown into the mix. They've had outstanding seasons. There's a free throw made by Almanson, hit them both, and the Chippewas get it on their end, and a quick whistle underneath, and a foul against the Falcons. So the Chippewas will try to return the favor and hit some free throws, leading 21-19 over Bowling Green. 5:49 to play here in the half. Now you can look at development of players, and it's going to be fun to watch these Chippewas develop. Sefton Barrett, just a sophomore, and we haven't seen Drew Walker at all in the game, but the freshman is going to be a good one before his time is done. And there's Sefton Barrett getting his first point of the ball game, hitting the front end of the 1-and-1.
I'll tell you, look at Kurt, Sefton Barrett, Jordan Watson.
We forget that Watson's a freshman. Yeah. He's played so much this year.
Exactly. And, you think what he came into, he went to a prep school. Great rebound by Tony Bound on the offensive missed free throw.
Yeah, missed free throw. Bound gets it out front to Watson, and he shoots and drains the long 3.
Speaking of Jordan, he's obviously feeling in the zone right now. He's 4 for 5, 2 for 3 from three-point land.
And the Chippewas are up 25-19, their largest lead since a 7-0 start. 5.5 to play first half. Stephen Wright out on the arc, left side for Bowling Green. Give it to Corey Ike. In the lane to Almanson. Almanson spins left, puts up a shot. Partially blocked from behind by Barrett, but Almanson gets the rebound back, and he's fouled. Boy, Sefton came out of nowhere to get a fingernail on that shot to redirect it. But then Almanson got the board and works to the free throw line again. Barrett with the foul. That'll be his first, team 9th, but it'll be 2 shots for Almanson. 25-19. Chippewas lead the Falcons at the 5:19 mark of the half. Free throw on the way and good. He looks totally at home there on that free throw line, doesn't he?
You look at 80% free throw shooter, and he's been there almost 100 times this season already. So he really works hard inside and draws a lot of contact, and obviously gets his chances at the free throw line.
Austin Montgomery checks back into the BG lineup. 6'5" sophomore out of Indianapolis. Amundsen's free throw is good. Amundsen with 6 points, all at the stripe. 25-21, Chippewas leading. Jordan Watson hurries it into the front end. Over on the right side, guarded by Stephen Wright. Back up top to Sefton Barrett. Barrett, bounce pass left side to Bound. And Bound jumps up in the air and tries to pass it back on the arc to Pantlin and throws it away. Out of bounds. Turnover CMU, and it'll be Bowling Green's basketball.
That's our 9th turnover, and again, that was a kind of an almost unforced turnover. Tony just got himself in the air and didn't quite know what to do with it, and was looking for one of his teammates to bail him out, and unfortunately he wasn't in that position.
Floyd, front court left side to Amundsen out on the arc. Give it back to Ike. Remember, Reimold's on the bench with 2 fouls. Give to Floyd at the free throw line. Left-handed runner is up off the front iron and drops on through. Floyd has 8 points. The Oakland University transfer. 25-23, Chippewas by 2. 4:35 to go here first half. Tony Bound, straight away top of the key. Gets it off to Watson. Right arc to Barrett. Boy, Barrett, if he can dribble drive, he's got a sophomore on him who doesn't play much. Instead, he'll get it down on the post to Pantlin. Kick out to Spencer on the arc. Fake right, go left with the dribble. Bounce it back out to Watson. Shot clock at 4. Watson steps right, shoots a 3. No good, long. Rebound on the deck, picked up by Ike. He'll get it out to Floyd. 2-on-2 break. Floyd takes it all the way in, put up a shot, no good, but it's going to be goaltended by Sefton Barrett, plus a foul. Yeah, not a good play there by Barrett. I'm not sure if that ball was going to go down or not. It was hanging up there.
It sure didn't look like a curtain. You look at the other end here. We got ourselves in a position with shot clock running down and having to take a desperation shot. Long rebound, and all of a sudden it's a 2-on-1 break for Bowling Green.
So count the bucket and give it to John Floyd, who already has 10 points. We talked about Reimold and Amundsen. Reimold with 4 points, Amundsen with 6, but it's been Floyd, who averages 7 a game, who has 10 for Bowling Green.
You know, we were talking about the youth of Central Michigan, you know, how Jordan Watson, we don't think of him as a freshman. When we look out at the floor right now, we basically have, 2 freshmen and a sophomore and a junior playing right now. And the majority of our time, we've always got, at least 2 or 3 first or second year players out there trying to learn the game.
Yep, this is a tough league to learn it. Floyd's free throw is no good. Jeff Bonoff secures the rebound. Rob Savalier's back in as Watson takes a seat for the Chippewas. Nelson's back in. Barrett gets too far underneath, gets caught, and the ball is knocked away and stolen away by Bowling Green. We're tied at 25. Falcons with the ball. Right all the way to the rack. Left-handed layup is good. So the support players for the Falcons are starting to take over here. Bowling Green up 27-25. 3:38 to play in the half. And a whistle away from the ball again. Somebody was holding Kevin Nelson, who was trying to curl around a screen. So a foul against Bowling Green. Chips will go to the free throw line, but not before we have a timeout. Timeout on the floor. We'll take a break. 3:36 to play first half here in Bowling Green, Ohio. Bowling Green 27, Central Michigan 25 on the CMU Sports Network.
Ernie Harwell for Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan.
You know, after years as an announcer, I still get excited listening to sports on the radio. Just hearing about those great athletes and those great plays really gets my adrenaline going. But you know, you don't have to be wearing a number or going after a ball to start feeling good. You just need a good pair of walking shoes. Because the fact is, there are very few exercises out there that beat a good walk. As a health and fitness advocate for the Blues, and a guy who's been walking for years, I know what a difference it can make in your life. Walking doesn't take much time either, and you can do it just about anywhere. So take a tip from Ernie and the Blues. When it comes to your health, a walk can be better than a hit. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan, Michigan's most trusted name in healthcare.
Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan and Blue Care Network are nonprofit corporations and independent licensees of the Blue Cross and Blue Shield Association.
You see it okay?
Bowling Green 27, Central Michigan 25. 3:36 to play here in the first half. Chippewas have hit 9 of 23 shots. That's 39%. Bowling Green 10 of 18 for 55%. But the turnovers just about even. Chips with 10, Bowling Green with 9.
Well, you think about the last 7 minutes, Kurt. Actually, the game has kind of improved itself in terms of quality of turnovers and steals. We've only each team has only accumulated 1 or 2 more turnovers, and the quality of the game, and since the score has gone up as well, you're seeing a lot better offensive movement by Bowling Green. That's where the Chips are going to have to, I think, lock down on defense a little bit. They're getting some penetration on the interior of the Chippewa defense, and unfortunately on our end, in the offensive end, we're seeing a couple of desperation shots, one answered and a couple unfortunately turning into transition opportunities for the Bowling Green Falcons.
Yeah, and you really have to take advantage of John Reimold being on the bench with 2 fouls. He's been on the bench for about the last 4 minutes or so. Kevin Nelson will toe the free throw line. And it is just single bonus, 9 team fouls. So Nelson for the front end. It's on the way, and it's no good. Missed the front end off the front iron. Kevin's shooting woes continue. Rebound, Bowling Green. Floyd will spin left. Now back it out. Guarded by Kevin Nelson. Swings a pass to Ike. Bounce pass right side to Wright. Wright backed out on the arc. Guarded by Tony Bound. Back up top on the top of the key to Ike. Bounce down low to Almanson, who draws a crowd. Stolen away by Nelson. Gives it off to Spencer. Ahead to Savalier. He takes it all the way in and lays it up. Kevin Nelson, backside strip from the defensive end. Got it started. 27-27 at the 3-minute mark. Floyd way over on the left side on that sideline. Trying to get it in. He does. He bounces to Almanson. Draws a double team. Almanson will dribble back on the arc. To right top of the key for 3, and it's good. Now here's a guy, Stephen Wright, who is hitting only 29% from 3-land on the year, and he already has hit 2 3-pointers in this half. 30-27, BG, 2:33 to play in the half.
Wright had a pretty solid game against Central up at Mount Pleasant as well, though. He's not a great shooter, but he seems to be opportunistic tonight.
Rob Savalier looking in between the rings. His pass too hard off the hands of Spencer and out of bounds. Not a good pass by Savalier. Another CMU turnover. Number 11 in the half. And Jay Smith wants to call a timeout. 30-27, Bowling Green on top. Jay doesn't want this thing to get any spread out any more than it is right now. Calls a 30-second timeout.
Well, that's the thing about a young team is you have a couple breaks like this happen, and next thing you know, 2-point or 3-point lead or deficit goes to a 10 or 11. We're 2 minutes left in the half here, and you want to go into halftime being close and having that confidence and finishing strong versus going in after turnover, steal, those types of things. And so trying to settle the team down a little bit, get the young guys focused on rerunning the offense. And right now, going into a defensive possession, maybe we can get a turnover or a steal at this point by just really playing good, solid defense.
Well, Chips have 6 steals so far here in the first half. You look at Bowling Green's points, 18 of their 30 have come in the paint. And you'd expect that, I guess, with a guy like Almanson. But Floyd's been penetrating. Wright has hit the outside shot, so a little inside-outside game for Bowling Green.
Well, I'd say that's the thing about it is you look at it's not so much Almanson. Almanson's been earning his at the free throw line more so than in the paint. But Floyd has had 5 of 6, and most of those have been all penetrating shots versus jump shots.
Bowling Green with the basketball, leading by 3. They try to get it to Almanson, goes off his hands and stolen by Central Michigan. Spencer's got it. Heads down court with it. Top of the key is Spencer. Nobody guarding him, but he'll give it off left side to Nelson. Nelson bounce pass straight away to Bound. Bound a couple of dribbles. Tries to hook a pass, but it's kicked by Bowling Green. Montgomery got a foot on it, so they'll reset the shot clock. Game clock shows 1:54 to play in the half. Kevin Nelson will take a seat. Jordan Watson is back in. Falcons lead by 3, 30-27. Final 2 minutes first half. Bound will trigger it in for CMU. Looking in, nothing there. Instead, he'll go out to Spencer, right side. Spencer one dribble and gives to Savalier. Savalier, left-handed dribble, gets it knocked away and stolen. Wright has it, heads down court. He's going to take it all the way in and lay it up and in. There's 2 more in the paint off a steal and an easy layup. 32-27, Bowling Green. Chippewas didn't take care of it that time. Here's Watson getting by his man. Stops in the lane, puts up a shot. No good. Rebounded by Bowling Green. Wright has it again. Fires down court to Floyd. Puts up an off-balance shot. No good. Rebound. Tipped and controlled by Spencer. 1:19 to play in the half. Spencer into the front court. Takes it all the way in. Puts his shoulder down. Tries to dish it back to Savalier, and it goes out of bounds off CMU.
Those last two shots that Chippewas took, Kurt, were both just forced shots, not in the context of the offense. And that's young guys, Jordan Watson, Eddie Spencer, trying to create something. You got to admire their aggressiveness, but sometimes you have to pacify that, especially in a situation with 1 minute left in the game.
Yeah, and Bowling Green up by 5, their largest lead. Into Almondson in the paint, fall away 10-footer off the back iron, no good. So the Falcons misfire again. Rebound Spencer for CMU. We're under a minute to play in the half. Bowling Green 32, Central Michigan 27. Watson will slow it down. Left arc to Bonoff. To Bound, left elbow. Back to Bonoff on the arc. He'll back it out with a dribble. Bonoff looking. Hands it to Spencer. Shot clock at 13. Game clock at 36. Flip a pass to Watson, deep right corner. Back to Bound. Shot clock at 5. Down to Bonoff. Fake left, go right. Kick out to Watson for a 3. In and out. Rebound Bonoff in traffic. Goes up strong off the glass with the left hand and hits. 32-29 Falcons. Shot clock is off. Game clock at 15. Bowling Green will walk it down.
I say, Kurt, the Chippewas need a really strong defensive possession here. To go in down 3 would be a whole lot better than going down 5 or 6.
Wright dribbles up to the top of the key to Almondson. He'll shoot a long 3 off the back iron, no good. Rebound CMU. Savalier has it. Throws it the length of the court, no good. And there is the buzzer. Half number 1 in the books. Bowling Green will go to the locker room with the lead, but just a tenuous 3-point lead. It's Bowling Green 32. Central Michigan 29. We'll be back with a first half recap right after this on the CMU Sports Network.
The Saginaw Chippewa Indian Tribe is proud to offer services that positively impact tribal members as well as the surrounding community.